Good greetings, I'm Rusty Dog. Where have you been? Welcome back to CMS 2018. Yes, we are back here again with another project car, and the reason I'm back so soon, I am dying to get stuck into this vehicle, guys. I hope I can convey the reason why that is, but I'm going to try and show you. So, as far as the game is concerned, this is a Sakura GT20. But it isn't. Because in real life, this is a Toyota 2000 GT. Came out around 1967 to 1970. And I think it was Toyota's first attempt at what could be considered a sporty car. And let me tell you, the real thing, if you haven't already looked it up, is a gorgeous piece of machinery. And if it had anywhere near Toyota's legendary reliability, then this car, I mean, look, rather than me just yap about it, check this out. It's like it doesn't want a scene switch. Okay, so here we have the car, the real car. Now, look at this. Just look at this thing. Guys, it's immense. It's beautiful. And these are the headlights, I think, or I don't know. There's certainly lights in there. There must be, and then these must be like the full beam lights or what. I don't know. I don't know what this panel is. Maybe a vents. Maybe you can open them manually or something. I'm just looking at the wheel rims as well. Check those out. There's a lot more clearance around the arches here than we have in our car. So I don't know whether that means we need to put some smaller wheels on, or at least some lesser profile tires. What a car this is. It's gorgeous. It's very much E-type kind of Jaguar looking in a way. Datsun 280 ZX it reminds me of as well. The Fair Lady car, the 240 Fair Lady. It kind of reminds me of that as well. But wow. But did you see the headline on this thing? Look. 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 Can you imagine what this was, brand new price? And now it's going for like $1 million. I'm telling you guys, this thing is the business. Now, the color I would like to do mine is probably this. I think it looks so sweet. I know I did the Mercedes in that color. Sorry, the BMW 507 in that car, not Mercedes. But in this red, oh, it looks good too, doesn't it? However, you may have spotted something. Oh, here we go, look. There you go, there's the headlights. And then we have these two. Are they the same on both sides? Can't even determine that. And look, a coupe version, a convertible version. I'm not sure I'm like that as much. I certainly prefer this version. Oh God, guys, what a beautiful car. Japanese Toyota. I mean, now we have here what I think is a rendering of this car, but look at these wheels. Now we could try something like this in CMS 2018. I think this is just a concept, a rendering of the vehicle. I don't think it's real. Now, I'm not particularly into wheels that are maybe like too heavily cambered like this, or too, where the tires are really, really low profile. That's not really, I don't like that, because it's, it might look, I don't know, I don't even think it looks that cool with super low profile. A little bit low profile is fine, but too much, is too much. Okay, and this is too much. And you know, you drive that down any B road in the UK, and it's gonna you're gonna need a spine operation afterwards. It's not worth it. You're going to you know, reduce your ride quality so much. It's just just bad stuff. So we have another shot of this car, I think, from rear. Also, we have this one. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, what a gorgeous car. You know, you could buy today a Ferrari, I don't know, 488 and drive it down the street. I guarantee you this will turn more heads than that Ferrari. I'm sure of it. It's just beautiful. I love cars of this era that were just, you know, they just had so much passion. Oh God, this is such a... Oh geez. Anyway, so color-wise, wow, that looks nice in silver. Whew. Look, a modern version. You see, all the passion has just been zapped out of it. It's just not the same. There's a model of the car. There's the engine, which I'm sure won't look anything like what we're going to be having. There's another red version with some, see, with a little bit of, I'm not into the headlight thing. They've taken the proper headlights away and they've put these angel eye things on there. I'm not really a fan of that, if I'm honest. The wheels aren't too bad. They're not too bad. They make the car look really kind of cool. Yes, it was in James Bond. Can you tell me the movie? I don't know. Does it say? Of course, Jay Leno's got one. He's got one of everything. And then people, I don't know. This is just, I call this a bastardized version. It's just, why? Why? And this is nice. Big wheels, but spokes. Doesn't quite work on this car, I don't think. So, look at that. These wheels are the actual originals by the looks of it, and we're probably going to see if we can go with something like this. We don't have a gloss paint option in this game, though, which is bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. Okay. With a 60s girl's figure. This is a model, and you got the 60s girl figure with the model. Yeah. This would be a nice car to build as a model. Wow. That would be good. Yes, I love it. And I like it as well just because it has a Toyota badge on it. The fact that this isn't Italian, you know, it's not something like the UK, an English, a British-built sports car. Because we have the Jaguar E-Type, which in its own right is beautiful. Americans, I would say, I'd go for the Shelby Cobra for that era. It's just beautiful. And this is Japanese, and it's just sweet as anything. I love it. I love it. I would love one of these in my garage. Anyway, back to the game at hand. So, we have this monstrosity. And if we compare, the lights are not exactly right. There's some chrome supposed to be around there, but you can see it's got these, what's the word for these? Overriders, is it? They're on there. Yeah, okay, I should explain this. Yeah, I think I should probably explain this to you guys. I was messing with different wheel sizes and rim sizes. Remember that white one we saw, that concept art with the big wheel at the back? I kind of went a bit too far, but the game still put the thing on. I mean, it's clearly eaten into the wheel arch, and I probably could have just gone, this is a 20-inch rim with a 305 millimeter rear tire. So we have this one, and then we have this one. Now it's sticking out, and it shouldn't, because that's illegal. But on this one, which has the correct size, you'll see that it's just on the wheel arch there, just underneath, which is exactly the way you need to be, the maximum. So, did I go too much on my offset? I went to the maximum offset of 50, or have I gone too wide on the tyre? If I'd used the same size tyre, but with this offset, would I have got a deep dish wheel that didn't poke out? Oh, let's have a look. Where does this come out up there? It's there, okay. So yeah, maybe not. I think it would have still poked out. So maybe we need to go like with a 19-inch rim. I mean, this is just experimentation. So 19-inch, half the offset, and put the correct size tyre on. Just going to try that. Well, I say half the offset. You can't half the offset because it's a 50. There is no option for 25. So we need 165, probably, I'm gonna have to guess. I went to, see, this is a 20-inch rim from a 15. So if we went to, going to be a 17 or an 18, but it's got to stay inside the thing. So maybe let's try an 18. Hold on, double check what my thing is. So the new one is Retro 10. If I go Retro 10, not ready to get a tire yet. Rim Retro 10. Look, this is the same as this. One's black, one's all chrome. And look at the price difference. So if I go 18 and have the ET, oh, you can go half. Look, you can go in fives. Let's go 15. So 18, 15. And now we have an 18-inch rim. And we want a tyre to go on there. And I don't want 305. Maybe 245. Profile. Oh my word. Well, let's try 40. I mean, this is just pure guesswork at the moment, because I don't really have anything to go off. I could probably sit and calculate it, but at the moment I'm just messing. And these aren't necessarily the rims I'm going to go with. I'm just having a play around with offsets and wheel sizes. Because I don't know whether to stay. I don't want to stay with this wheel size, 15-inch, because it doesn't look like the actual real car has got rims that small. I could probably even do some research on the real car and find out what rims it came with and what tyres, what size tyres, if I delved into it enough. Now let's put this on the back. Make sure we put the right one on. So we want the 24518, correct? Okay, let's see how that fits. Ah, it's still too big. So it's not eating through the side arches, but it's eating through the top. And the reason it's eating through the top is because it's still too damn wide. I did go too wide. I should have stayed at 205. If I stay at 205, then the tire goes inside the wheel arch, and we may not see it, because I think what's happening is the rim, the width of the rim is accommodating whatever the tire is. It's kind of a dynamic width. So the rim is only as wide as your tire is. So let's get this off. And I'll try putting that to the test. Now, these are the originals are 165s, and I can't really go too much more than that, to be honest. So, what I'm saying is, if I separate this and by 175 tires, that it'll still fit on this rim. That's what I'm saying. Because the depth of the rim will accommodate whatever the tire is. So 175. So what do we have at the moment on the 165s? They are 80s. 165 80s. Okay. Let's see. So what did we go to again? (18-inch). So we need a slight. Damn you to hell. These are the maximum sizes we can have. I think 185 might be too much. So 17-inch with 45. This is madness money. And an ET of 10. Right, let's put the 17-inch ones together. And if it doesn't work, well, because I'm certainly not going to get that, because of the when you go higher in the rim size, you can only go minimum widths on the thing. Because of that, I'm not going to get the look that we got on that concept version. But I don't have to go that extreme, really, because I did say I didn't like it that much. I don't have to go that extreme. I can just go kind of normal. Just use the existing wheel sizes and maybe bring the tire wall size down just a little to create a bit more arch gap to match the original vehicle. So what I don't know is if I'm just rambling on and talking too much rubbish here. Because it's just experimentation, I guess. Right, so this is the 17-inch rim with a smaller offset going on the car. Aha! Aha! Aha again. Is it poking out from the wheel arch? Oh, you can't adjust the camber on these wheels either. It's probably a little bit too sticky outy. Needs to be just a tad narrower. Alright, so what I'm going to do, obviously the other options didn't work. So we're going to sell these and lose a load of money. And the same on this one. Because this is the original wheel, 165. And we put 175s on it, wasn't it? But, yeah, these are 17-inch instead of 16s. I don't know, guys. I may go somewhere in between the two. Now, admittedly, this back end wheel looks better than that front end wheel. But where this is at the bottom, this looks higher up maybe? So the car will be lower to the ground. Obviously, I can't take the car off the lift because of that. I wonder if that'll make the car point upwards. Because I think, or maybe, yeah, I do think, I think these are a lot bigger overall. So the bottom, like the distance from that, the bottom of that tire to the ground is less than this. That's how it looks to me. Very keen to be getting on with this car. Alright, well this is an interesting dilemma. But I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go in between when it comes to these sizes. I could stick with the 17, but just reduce it down to 175 width. Or I could just go to 16 inch. I think we should do a 16. If I do a 16 inch tire with an ET of, these are 10s aren't they, and they didn't look too bad. I'll do an ET of 5 on them, so 16 inch ET5, and the tire therefore is going to be well, the 185s. I'm going to try the 175 16 inch, but I don't know what the ratio is going to be. I'm going to have to sit and work that out based on this one, so that the overall diameter of the tire is going to be the same with the 17s as it is with the 15s. And you do that by just reducing the size of the tire wall. Alright, so we don't need this one anymore. We just keep the original. And yeah. So I don't need to look at what's wrong with the car because it's going to be everything. We're going to have to strip everything down. And I am literally going to... now, wait a minute. Before I say anything more, performance. This is the factory, 150 horses. Now, part of me wants to keep the car just as it is. Part of me wants to say, let's get it to 200 horsepower and possibly slightly over 200 newton meters of torque. Now, to do that, I don't want to put too much performance parts on it. You know, a couple of things, maybe. Not like we've been doing where we just max out everything. Now then, on the real car, just checking these mirrors, they are actually this color by the looks of it. They're not chrome. And the lights, well, they look a bit different. It's not a bad representation of the car, if I'm honest. And it does have the bonnet, the hood missing. All right, and that red does look good. Question is, can we buy a wheel rim that looks like the Toyota one? This one looks kind of similar. I'm just looking at the browser. Let's see if I can find out how many spokes this thing has. So it looks like it's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 5. Got a pretty bad angle of it at the moment. I'm going to show you guys what I'm looking at anyway. So maybe this one. See, that's a different wheel again, look. Or is it? Just see if I can bring this up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's all got stuff in the middle, and then it's black and it's got a chromey out. Not chrome, but it's kind of an side. And but this one, kind of the same. Yeah, we can't have these extremes on our car because we can't camber the wheels in. That's for one thing. Right, here we go. This is a perfect example. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we've got these holes on the outside. I don't think we can match this. I don't think we can. Would be cool if we had something similar to it. We've got the holes around the sides, but we don't have the 5-spoke. This one kind of there. This one has a 5-spoke design with the middle bits, but the outer rim is chrome. We might get away with that one. I know these are only single holes where the other one's got double. I don't know. Looks a bit ugly in a way. Here. Do have a fair bit to choose from, but at the same time, it's the case of there not being too many to satisfy need for this car. So I'm going to be spending a bit of time on this before we even get to the mechanics. I mean, obviously we're not going to get one that's dead on accurate. Something similar perhaps. Like I've noticed it has an alloy rim, like a barrel, like this one does, and then an alloy center. Don't think we have too many options of those here. I mean, this is the closest. Actually, that is probably the closest we can get. This might be the closest, and it's nowhere near. So we'll get this in a 16 with an ET of 5. I'm going to need 4 of those. I hope I'm going to get this right because I'm spending money now. 3,000. Now, tires. What size tire? Well, let's come out of here and we'll do a little bit of calculation. So, the original is 165mm tread. Okay, that's your tread width. 80 means that the tire wall is 80% of that 165mm. But whatever 80% of 165 is how high that tire wall is. And then obviously the R15 is the diameter of the wheel. So, with no offset, but we're gonna add a little offset on ours. So, the first thing we need to ask is what is 80% of 165mm? So, go into my calculator and I type 165 multiplied by 80. And that gives me, oh sorry, wrong thing, not multiplied, 165 times 80% is 132mm. All right. So what? I now have to work out if I'm going up to a 175, that's got to come down. So a 175, and I'm going to come down, let's say to, if I come down to 70%, it's going to make the overall diameter smaller, but it's going to make the car lower to the ground. As if that's going to make a difference. Let's try 75%. That gives us 131.25. Okay, so that's less than a millimeter. So it looks like 75%, but we are going up only the 1 inch, right? Yeah. Not going to be a big difference, guys. If I choose the 70, then I can get that bigger wheel arch gap than I chose. So I may go with a 70 instead of a 75, and that will give me a bigger gap. See, there's not. Oh, actually, that gap's not too bad, but it looks like on the real car. Yeah. Okay, let's stick with what I said. We'll go to 75. I'm not going to have writing on the side of this because it actually doesn't have it. Just going to go with a sport tire, standard tire. Let's put some standard tires on. Well, actually, it's a sports car though, isn't it? Let's stick sports on. It's just that the prices, I can get 4 of these for 1 of these. Okay. Well, it's an expensive car, so let's get 4, and we want size 16, but we're going to go up a centimeter, and the profile is going to be half a centimeter down. And of course, as that's on the radius, it's going to work out as being 2 centimeters, I think, for the whole. Because it's one on this side, 1 centimeter less on this side, and 1 centimeter less on the opposing side. So I think profile 75 is about right. If we get it wrong, we get it wrong. We have to do it again, and it's going to cost us half of this money. So I hope that I have calculated this correctly. Oh, what was that? So this is what's going to go on, guys. Hopefully somewhere near. I think we will do it in that red, but it's a pity we don't have the gloss red. See those? Look at those tire walls. They just look bloody huge. Let's just put 1 wheel on the car and see what it looks like. I mean, even the real car doesn't have a tire wall this big, and it may have a bigger rim on the back than on the front. It may have a 16 or a 15 on the front, and then another inch wider rim on the back. It may be that. I don't know. Let's take a look and see what this looks like. See if it looks too big, see if it looks too much. Well, it goes into the wheel arch sort of okay. Probably rubbing on it a little. It is. I don't know whether that'll mean it won't actually drive. You know, it'll, like, I don't know whether it simulates that. I think it might just drive anyway. Yeah. Maybe should have kept the same size rims then. Just went smaller on the tires. I don't know. But I don't know what you... Oh! Let's put the rest together. We'll take that and bung it on here. Now we will do another one. Getting confused now with what I've done. Got one more to balance after this then. Yeah, we still got this baby to go yet. That white interior is kind of a pain. I would like to change that colour. Black. The entire interior of white is just a bit too garish for me. I don't know if we can change that colour. I don't think so. Alright. Let's see what this looks like on the front. No, no, not you. You. Well, I don't know. It doesn't stick out, which is important. But the annoying thing is when you put the car on the ground, the suspension doesn't compress. It just looks, the tyre wall just looks too much. There's too much tyre wall there. It's not as much as in the real car. Look at that tyre wall, okay? And then look there. It's not the same. And I know the front wheels are turned, but look at the gap on the wheel arch. There's a lot more on the front than on the back, which is what we have, to be fair. But those wheels are also, if you look at the rear wheels, they're inset into the car a lot more. Now, I've wanted to just change them a little, you know, just up the size just a little bit, just to enhance the look slightly. Well, not sure I quite like this. It's sticking out from the top. Not actually, but it does have that gaping look, like it feels like it needs to be adjusted a little bit. But anyway, okay, so we get the idea of the look now. Probably stick with it, because it's just going to cost me to get a whole new set of wheels and tyres. I could probably get away with just getting a set of tyres, just making the tyre walls a bit smaller. But then I'm going to have even more of a gap on it, so I'm not going to do that. Alright, so let's get stuck into this car. Keep clicking at the wrong places. Right, so obviously the old rims and tyres, we don't need those, but we'll flog them. All right. Now, this gorgeous car. Well, we know we need to get the engine out, so we may as well do that. And we need a bonnet, or a hood. we know we need that. So let's get rid of the exhaust. Don't necessarily need to, but I might as well order the exhaust parts in as well. Maybe what? I've got to take this off first? That doesn't make sense. Maybe put a performance exhaust on and performance spark plugs and maybe a couple of bits and pieces, but nothing nothing too much. I want to increase the power in this, but I don't want to go too far with it, you know. So as you can see, the engine type there said i6, which is for inline 6, which is just like my car is. 6 cylinders all in a line. Okay, so now we can take off the exhaust there. Don't think there's anything else on this side. We'll get the brake pump out while we're there. Oh, and ¿dónde está la batería? There it is. We'll get that out. And while we're here, we'll pull the radiator out as well. Okay. So you go up there, and I'm going to put the battery on charge. Saves me buying a new one. Right. I hope we can do this girl justice. I'm not 100% convinced that I've gone the right way on the wheels and tires. I don't know. It looks okay. It doesn't look too bad. But I don't know whether changing the sizes away from the originals was the smartest move. It's all subject to opinion, I suppose. It's not too bad. Is it me, or is it just one? Have we got a seat missing? This car should definitely be a two-seater. All right. See, now I don't know. Yeah, there's a seat missing. Possibly we'll put some different seats into this, because this looks like a vinyl kind of black and grey. Maybe we'll just, I don't know, if we're going to go with red colour on the bodywork, I'll have to see. Right, let's see if we can pull the engine. Yeah, we can. Okay, let's put it on here. There it is. Thin. Maybe we can get these upgraded. All right. Yeah, don't worry. All the parts that we have missing and stuff, we will replace everything. Did I just repair the gearbox? Because I might be putting in a performance one anyway. Yeah, I did. It's 100%. In fact, we repaired quite a few parts there. The two manifolds, the brake servo. So the brake servo and the radiator can actually go back in the car right now. We did repair the drive shaft as well. It's not too bad. The exhausts, I'm probably going to upgrade those. So these, if we can get upgrades for these, performance upgrades for these, we will. I know we can get upgraded middle mufflers and rear mufflers. Front exhaust section I don't know about, but I think we're going to put in a more powerful gearbox. That's not necessarily going to give the car more brake horsepower, but anyway, let's stop whittering on. And The reason I want to put these parts back in is just so that they're not sat there in my inventory. Okay. Now, did we fix the fuel pump? Because normally we do. We did, but you can get a performance fuel pump. So I'm probably going to get one of those. All right. Right, I guess we're going to strip this down then, are we? Do this now, and then the running gear we'll do after this. So let's get this. And again, any performance part that I can get, I will. And I should get those before I start to refurbish anything. Because there's no point in me refurbishing a part that I'm then going to throw away. Not really. How many? Oh, look at this twin cam. Okay. Timing cover has to come off, but it won't until I take that off, and that won't come off until I take the clips off. I've got a clip on. We have. Got a clip missing. And now the serpentine belts need to come off. And the pulleys. Crankshaft pulley. Now we might be able to get the cover off. And the alternator will replace with a better performance part. Now we can get the timing chain. Oh, we can't. We need to get this idler pulley off. Is that what it is? Oh, timing chain sprocket. See? I don't know everything. Water pump. Timing chain. Cam gears for sure. I know that because they're on the camshafts. And now we've got to get all of these caps off. Special ones, look, i6 versions. So yeah, only a couple of these. Sugar. I should probably pause, shouldn't I? Do you want to see the whole strip down? I don't know, guys have to tell me whether you prefer a video where I skip all of this while I'm stripping the engine down, and I skip all taking the parts off the car, and I skip putting it all back. It's a very short video though. But let me know how detailed you guys want. I mean, I know you don't want to see me shopping. I might show you on this one a couple of the performance parts that we'll be getting. But you definitely don't want to see me going out shopping and figuring all that stuff out. Get the camshaft off. I think we can get a performance camshaft as well. That'll really help in terms of a bit of power. But if we can get the numbers over the 200s, I'll be happy with that. Doesn't have to be into the... Jesus. It doesn't have to be into the 300s. I just had a cable move behind my desk. It gave me a heart attack. Oh, how many caps? Jeez. Get some performance plugs in. Right, cylinder head coming off. There we go. Now let's get the clutch bits off first, because kind of nagging me that that's still there. plate. We'll enhance the clutch as well. We'll get a performance clutch. I may not even need a performance gearbox, to be honest, guys. Just stick a few engine parts. Just do a few engine parts and see how we go from there. Okay, I think what we need to do now is turn the engine. No, turn it on its side, that'll do. Take this oil pan off. And guess what? Yeah, you guessed it. Good old Rod. Rod and his caps. And we might as well do the crankshaft bearing caps at the same time as we go along. Come on, get it off. Rusty old block. No, I didn't miss it. I can see it. Do 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 do. Okay, is that the lot? Right, let's pull the pistons out then, if we can. One, two, three. No doubt we're going to need brand new pistons, brand new piston rings. That's always the case. Okay, get the crankshaft out. Finally. Okay, I'll tell you what, I am going to refurb everything first. Even bits I know I'm going to get rid of. Because I'll still be able to sell them for more money anyway. Alright, how did we fare? What about the main engine block? Yeah, wow. We got that repaired. But I don't think you can get a performance engine block because that would be silly, right? So the alternator we know we do want. Now let's just go with engine. So we've got the head so we can get performance. But I don't know if that's going to be too much. It's going to be engine head I6. It's if there is one. These. We'll need two of these. One of these, sorry. So I think we are going to get that. Even though we've repaired it by the looks of things. Yep. Okay, so let's do a few things then. I'll show you a little bit of shopping. So, engine head. Alternator. And spark plugs. Okay, let's start with those three things. Okay, so we want engine head, and then we want alternator, and then we want spark. Now the other thing if we can get i6 camshafts here, 2 of those. Now, I think I'm going to leave that there, not buy anything else, and just put the performance exhaust, and that's it. And even then, that might be too much. Oh, the only thing I do want to have a look at, let's sort by name, because I want to see where the blues are. There we go. Well, the camshafts we can get rid of because we've got those. Now, got the alternator, need another clip B. So carburetor. See, if I do that, it's going to be too much. I'm going to be, adding too much performance again. And if I do the clutch and the exhaust, I'm going maximum performance, and I said I didn't want to do that, and I don't. But I would like to put on, just because it's going to look really cool. I think it's up here. No, what's it called? Or what are they called? Here we go. So round air filter side draft. I don't know whether there's a performance version of those. Yeah, there is. So we'll get these two. Just because they kind of look cool as well. We can get rid of those. Yeah, this carburetor I'm just gonna 2-barrel side draft. I'm gonna have a look and see if they're available. It's a 7% increase for the two. It's going to be so much power. It's going to go too much. No, I have to... The reason I'm going to put the performance exhaust is because I want it to look shiny and nice and chromy and stuff. So my exhaust parts would be... front exhaust section i6. I don't think we got that. Oh, we do, look. Alright, so it's a front exhaust section i6 that we need, so we'll buy that. And then get rid of this one. So exhaust manifold, i6, middle muffler, and rear muffler, for some reason, V8 OHV. It's going to be too much, guys. Going to be too much power, more than I wanted. Even though I'm not going for everything, I think I need just one of those, right? Yeah. One out. Okay, sorting by name again. Makes it easier to find the original. There we go. That's it, guys. That's it. I'm not putting any more performance parts on. I'm going to stick with the original gearbox because we repaired it as well. Right, so while I remember, I'm just going to go back to the normal shop. Just get one of those. All right. Oh, another thing that I'm missing that I know about already. Can't even remember what the car's called. No, it begins with an S. Sakura GT20. Okay. So at least we got a new hood for it, which is what we needed. It's kind of in the way though, isn't it? Opening that way. Yeah, maybe we should take it off until we're ready. Alrighty. I'm gonna go shopping, guys. And whatever isn't 100% here is gonna get changed. And then I'll be back and we'll rebuild this engine. Yeah, I'm not gonna get the performance one of the carburetor. It's just gonna be insane power. And you know what happens when we get insane power? We take it on the racetrack, we can't control the damn thing. Alright, I'll be back in the blink of a nostril. Alright guys, all the shopping is done. The only thing I'm not sure about is the crankshaft caps, because on the... when I wrote it, or when I dictated it to my phone, I didn't stipulate i6, but I'm going to assume that it is i6. So I've already bought it. So we will see. Here's the first of the performance parts going on. Get the old floating fuel filter on. The pump. The crankshaft. And the main water pump pulley. Okay. Awesome. Time to get the pistons in. So here we go with some nice shiny pistons. Okay, that got me in a bit closer than what I was anticipating. I can't even select it sometimes. Very finicky where the mouse pointer needs to be. Okay. I know it wants the thing on, but I'm not ready to do that yet, so let's go on this side and see if I got the right caps. These are the i6 ones. Yes. It doesn't even state i6 on these. It's really weird. Two more. Making sure that everything that's going on this engine is 100% and that I haven't messed up. And now the rod caps of the pistons. There can only be 6 of these. And then once we get the oil pan on, we can rotate the engine back upright. I maybe pumped too much power into this thing. I didn't get performance clutch parts, and I'm not going to go with a performance gearbox. You can still customize the gear ratios, but yeah, I don't know I haven't really experimented enough to know which parts to buy where you just get a minimal increase. I mean, obviously things like spark plugs alternator. I'm not even sure if I have any ignition leads in here, because if I don't, I'm gonna have to buy those. Yeah, there's no ignition cables here, so they're missing. So I'm gonna have to buy those, and I will get them performance because they're gonna be red and they're gonna look nice, and they don't really add that much to your performance. They do add a tiny bit more, but not that much. Okay, let's bung the oil filter on. Oh, okay. Didn't come with one then. So let's just buy oil filter for an i6. For an inline 6 engine. There we go. Oh, didn't get close enough. There we go. Mount. Okay. I think now step back and take the engine back up this way. Seems like a very thin engine, doesn't it? We are going to have to buy cables, there's no doubt. So I might as well get them now. The performance shop. Oh, now then. It doesn't do them. It doesn't do them. So we're just going to have to make do with normal ignition cables. We could have got a distributor cap in red. An i6, I could have got that. I could have had, yeah, I could have had that. So, don't know why I came out of there, but we'll go to the normal shop. And we'll type in ignition cables. What the hell? Oh, ignition wires. Okay, so maybe there is a performance version then. I just don't know why I exited. I meant to click home. We'll get there. Okay, this is more like it. There we go. Done. I mean, you can't have no ignition wires on this, so clearly going to need them. Right, cylinder head then goes back on. This is the performance one. And we can put the bolts in any order we like, because it's a game. Sugar. Yeah, I think I'm a two-barreled carburetor missing. I've only got 2. Imagine if I'd bought 3 of those as a performance, what it would have looked like. Performance camshaft. Yeah, imagine what it would have looked like on this engine. It would have looked like a beast. Just can't help thinking it would be a travesty to go too far on this engine. Yes, it would look very, very cool, especially seeing as how I've got the cool looking air filters as well. But twice now I have maxed out a car's performance, and the result has just been an uncontrollable disaster with a keyboard. So I'm trying to keep this so that it is quicker than the original, but not crazy. Something that is still drivable. It's not always about speed. Sometimes it's about poise and grace and smoothness and a nice ride, but a sporty, good handling ride as well. And let's face it, guys, this is a mid-1960s sports car. It's not a modern day vehicle. I would even argue that keeping the engine completely stock would have been a great idea as well. So get the timing chain on. Sprocket going on. Should say Toyota on this cover, but it doesn't. Now we can do the ignition bit. I'm going to save the carbs till last. Get the cert belt on, and there's another one. There it is. Oh yeah, we could have bought the little red distributor cap, the performance one, but we didn't, and there's the wires, the ones that were missing before. However, let me get these damn clips on because I always forget them. I'll get the performance ignition cables on. Doesn't look too bad. That looks quite nice, doesn't it? We need another one of these. There was obviously one missing then, which means I'm going to need another air filter. Pretty sure I've got one missing here. So we need to go shopping. So in the performance shop we need the air filter. And in the normal shop, the carb, which yes, I know, we can get it from the performance shop. But look, it's $80 for this one. Not that money's an option. Money's not a problem, I mean. And in the performance one, this one, yeah, look at that, 7%. That means putting 3 on is going to give us 21% more power. It's too much. It is, isn't it? Come on, you have to, you know, it's too much for that little car. And again, it's going to divide opinion. I know. I'm sorry. Let's see what power this engine makes first, shall we? If I don't get the figures I'm after, I'll put the performance carbs on, because switching the carbs out isn't a big deal. All right? Deal? Are we done? Wow. This engine looks, as it is, looks very, very cool. Just making sure that I'm not missing anything. 2 manifolds, front, a middle and a rear. That's going to give me 1.3, 3.3, 4.95, 495, 595, 695, 7.5% more power. Same as one of these carburetors if it was a performance one. We've still got to do all the running gear yet. But the engine is ready to go in. And it's looking spiffing. And then we have to stick it on the dyno and see how much power it's making. It looks like it's going to allow us to actually add... Is it? Oh. No, it's not going to allow us to add any more bits. So, the running gear, brakes, suspension. To save you guys from having to watch this, because you've probably seen me do this a few times, I will cut this bit out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip the front and rear running gear, and I'm going to buy all the parts that I need and refurbish parts that I can refurbish. Once I have all the new parts, I will be back and we'll put it all together. If you prefer to watch me strip this down instead of cutting this part of the video out, leave a comment and let me know, and then I will go with the consensus. Alright, so I'll pause this for now and I'll be back momentarily. Alright, I've been shopping. So we have an engine waiting to go in, and we've got the entire running gear waiting to go on. We've got a performance exhaust waiting to go on. We have a replacement seat to put in. We have to, I don't know, fix the bodywork, fix the interior, paint the car, and I'll take these mirrors off and see if I can paint those in chrome, because the one I'm looking at now, it looks more like brushed aluminium, but if we can paint those, which I doubt we can, but yeah, would be nice. All right, let's start rebuilding the rear end. So let's start with the fuel tank, which is standard fuel tank followed by a standard fuel pump. Then we'll put the great big drive axle in, and we'll build from there. Trying to maintain some semblance of symmetry here, if I can. It's like I'm going to have to build this entire section now before it lets me move away. Not true, I can move away anytime. Okay, so spring. Oh, I must have only just bought one. Yeah. Don't know why, don't know how. Oh, unless... Did I buy 3 fronts? Oh, I've got 2 front springs. Okay, I ended up buying 1 then for some silly reason. Another one. Mistakes happen. It's a good thing I didn't have to wait for the part to be delivered. Guess what? Oh no. I did get 2 caps. I just messed up on the springs. So let's get the knuckles on. And then we'll put this on. And the requisite bushing that goes with that. First of the 14 bushings we're going to need to replace. Put the plate on and the U-bolts. Suppose I could finish this sign off, couldn't I? As well. And yeah, rear brake discs, guys, even though it was a 67 car. No drums on the back, according to this. On the real car, I actually don't know whether they did come with drums. I have to do a little bit of reading about this car because it's a really nice look. It is a classic car as well. It's a classic, iconic car, similar to the Nissan Fairlady, I would say. The two. Is the Fairlady only the 240, or does the 260 and 280 Datsuns count as Fairladies as well? I'm not sure, but again, that was another beautiful car in a similar look to this one. You know, with the big long swooping bonnet. Look at this going right through the driver's seat. Why do I get the feeling something somewhere? Not telling me that I am. No, there's nothing highlighting in the area that I'm working on, so must be okay. Guess I've been caught out too many times. No, I don't trust myself. All right, that's the back end all in. Do the front. So obviously, good place to start would be the member. And while I'm at it, let's get the bushings in for that. So we've used up 2 already. I've got another 4 to go on this thing. So that's 6, which will leave another 7. Yep, we will have an odd number. I can't work it out either. Which one? Where is there going to be a bushing going in? One side, but not the other. Okay. Get the knuckles on. Now we can build up the suspension. Oh, steering rack. And did I put the sway bar in? No. Tie rod. Tie rod. Get the knuckle on. Get these suspension arms on. Right, so this needs 2. Off. The bottom one needs 2. Still not understanding what's going to go on here. Okay, I think it's going to let me put all the brakes together. And then I can do what I always do, which is forget to put the suspension together. To be a thing of mine. 2, 3. So there must be 7. Oh, I see how it is now. Yes, it's 7 bushings per side. And the single one is that one on that rear arm. Yeah. Okay. I've worked it out. Yeah, I worked it out now. No, can't do that. Did I forget to put the tie rods on the other side? The outer tie rod and also this sway bar front end link. That's another thing I do get. That's because it lets me compile all the brake assembly without actually putting them on. I don't think I did put the outer tie rod on. But I have remembered on good time, so I'll be able to do it. And also I think the wheel bearing put it in. But again, I'm able to remember these things. And of course, because I put the bearing in, they've given me the chance to put the cap on. So come on, Rusty. Stop forgetting things. And then back here, it's just... Oh, I did put the outer tie rod on. It was just this one. There we go. So, apart from the suspension, which we'll do right now. Go on the other side. Do that. Going to assemble this one. There we go, lovely. Do this side. That's the running gear done. Yay. Right, I'm just going to make sure I've got no mysterious parts lurking about. Yes. Yes. Oh, I think I forgot it on this side. Go. If I don't remember these things, cars are going to be leaving my garage and just falling to pieces. And we can't have that, can we? Especially a car like this. Ooh, don't want to mess this one up. Okay, now, yeah, I suppose. I was going to say I could put the exhaust on later, but let's do it now. Alright, so let's get this gorgeous exhaust on. Nice and shiny. Go for the middle. So a nice shiny one. And the front exhaust section. Also a nice shiny one. So we have a straight through performance exhaust on this now. Going all the way through and ready to get put onto the engine here. If I'm not mistaken, of course I'm mistaken, put the engine in first. So right click, no, not on the engine, on the stand. Right click on the stand and then say take the engine off the crate, hand it over to the crane. Okay. Didn't like me putting that bit on. Side. All right. That's looking a little bit better than before, isn't it? I should damn well say so. Okay. So it's not going to let me put the... it's okay. So let's get underneath and we'll put the gearbox on the front of the exhaust. So we'll get that on. Nice clean exhaust. Get that on, which is an i4. Obviously no specific i6 gearboxes. No starter either. Okay, I think we're done under here. To mount these beautiful manifolds. And we can find out how much power the car's putting out before we paint it. We can do that. Let's get the wheels on. Do. Could have gone with slightly narrower tires on the front, I suppose. No. All right. So we know the car's going to run. Where's the old dip? Look at those carbs, man. Is hiding. Well, of course it's empty. Okay. Don't even know what I checked it for. Right, let's get the oil in. I seem to be standing inside the car. Okay. Oh, I know why. Yes, okay. Car needs a battery. Now what? Now what? It's got the battery. What's missing? Apart from a seat. Ah. I told you there was no starter. But it is there. I told you. Thankfully, we can get it from here. Right, we're done. I am convinced. Right, let's hear this thing. So there's the figures, factory 150 and 173. Having both of them in the 200s will be plenty. It's also got a backlight missing, by the way. Don't go too high, please. Don't give me like 50, 60%. Okay, that's all. Oh, wow. I kind of got close to the figures I wanted, though. Now, I know. Put the carbs on, you're thinking. Put the carbs on. Yeah, but then I'm going to get 21% over the 3. And then my gain might be, instead of 28, I might add the 21 onto that and get 49. No, this is good, 193. Got a little bit more power, a little bit more torque. That's okay. That's kind of where I want it to be. I like that. Okay, so now we're going to move the car to car lifter C. Now we're going to spend a couple of thousand on it. Firstly, let's take the welder and move that to car lifter C. Weld what we can on the car. Now you can go back. Now interior. See if we can fix the interior. Where are we? Okay. Interior 100, frame 100, global parts 100. Global body condition 80, we will take care of that. We know we have a seat missing, and we know we have a rear light missing. And it looks like all that rust on the bodywork has gone except for this front left fender, which I might be able to fix. So let's take that off. Just going to strip. It's off now. What I don't know is if I can remove these. Don't think so. Take windows out. That door didn't get fixed. Let's take it off anyway. Because then anything that's not 100% gets fixed. Simple as that. Yeah. Go on, say front bumper again. Okay. And we need a seat. I'm going to take this one out. And that horrible steering wheel has to go. Okay. Right. Looks a bit of a mess, doesn't it? So what do we have? Crappy parts. Okay. Let's repair what we can. Okay, anything that is 100% can go back on the car. No, actually we better do it another way around. Let's get rid of the 2 number plates. So we need, looks like all the windows. Yeah, we need all the windows. Let's get those. Bodywork looks good. 2 fenders, 2 doors. Door. No. Door. Yeah. I'm going to use that. Put the mirror. Sakura rear bumper can go on. Side mirrors, okay, but I don't want them on yet. Pity they couldn't get the Toyota licensing. It would be nice to have a few Toyota cars here. I also have the Supra somewhere. All right, so let's get. We need all the windows, all the headlights. We need all the windows, the 2 headlights, the 2 tail lights, and then the right mirror. So all the windows, normal, not smoked. So front left, front right, window, left body, right body, window, right tail light, left tail light, mirror, right headlight. That's it. Notice how the trunk looked different. Yeah, trunk is budged. See if we can fix it. Did we? Yeah. All right. I think I have everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my inventory. Seat 3 fabric B. Let's get those. Stick with that. So seat 3 fabric B. We can get any of these, like these, the leather, or these. Seat 3 fabric B, let's get one of those. And also I think we'll go for this like we did last time. Bandit wheel. Probably this one, the Boeing would have, that's too thin. It's too thin, too thin. Okay, so what I can do now is go to my inventory, go to sell anything that is not 100%. All right, let's go. Yes, that looks nice. Now we've got the 2 rear lights on. Wait. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to get the option to put the interior in, and I'm not. That wasn't quite right. Oh yeah, I did take the other seat out. I was wondering what was going on there. Why is it offering me the other seat? But of course I had to take it out. Oh, it must have been a dodgy one. It was obviously one that was not 100%. Okay, now we're good. Oh, keep pressing escape there. Right, how's the interior? 100% global body condition, 72%. Okay, I know I haven't got the mirrors on, but is that all? Headlights. Now what I don't know is if I can paint these mirrors. I'm going to guess that will be a big negative. Big zero, no. Oh, hello. We can. Chrome. I don't know why there's a purple on this, but... do it again. And this one the same. Now we should have nice shiny mirrors. Put my itchy trigger finger on the escape key by the looks of it. Doesn't look chromy, does it? Disappointing for $200, unless it just did this ring around the outside there. Okay, how are we looking? Global body condition 90. Well, why? Why? It did this with the last car where it didn't get to 100%, and I don't know why. Everything looks good on the car. Well, doesn't matter. Gonna get painted. Don't even know whether to try that pearlescent red. So if we're going to go for a red, the hue's got to be at the bottom. Saturation probably to the max. Now we can stay with metallic, but see, matte looks better than chameleon. Chrome is ridiculous. I can't believe they just don't offer gloss paint. God, no. So about match that red that we have. Just do it. Pearl paint again. It's not perfect, but gonna have to do. I'll look darker out in the workshop. So here is our car, and nice. Here is our car, and see you in a second. That's what I tried to get. Admittedly, the angle's a bit, the field of view on this is a bit weird, but yeah, didn't quite get there, did we? Okay, well, let's get it outside. You guys notice what it was worth? Because I didn't. Doesn't look too bad. Bad guys, look at this. She is gleaming. Guys, what the hell? Why are the seats different colors? Seat 3 fabric B, Seat 3 fabric B. Paint seats. You know, I like to dye fabric. One looks white and one looks... That's bizarre. Okay. I'm going with some leather seats, guys. So it's either going to be leather D or seat RX3, that's Mazda. Should fit in though. But look at this great big booster thing. This hasn't got that, so maybe it won't fit. Get two of these. Alright. And out of assembly mode there. Oh. It must be the lighting, guys, because look, they are exactly the same seat. It must be something to do with the lights, because these are black leather seats. Wooden interior, just like we know. Now, where is the test track here? Where we're gonna go? Do 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 do. Yep. Beautiful car. To think they made this in the 1960s, this car, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Oh, this isn't what I wanted. The test track, this isn't what I wanted. I wanted the one where it was just like a waste ground. Look at that. And you can completely test it. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just the paint is just not good enough. Slow. Oh, wheel spin between the gears, but just the first gear was a bit rough. I can change the ratios though. Yeah, you couldn't have done those on these sloppy tyres you had last time, could you? You see how slow, look, from a standing start. 3, 2, 1. See how it's taking a while to accelerate? So if I go 3, 3, 2, 1, floor it. Once it reaches 30, it kind of gets there. It's not too powerful, but it's quick enough. Oh, the green isn't when you're supposed to apply the brakes. You're supposed to stop in there. Okay. Okay, so the acceleration, not great. Not great. So we're going to see if we can fix that. Alright, so going, oh, what's the cost of the car now? 73,000. I bought it for what, 21? Oh, that's 50,000 plus the bonus, 55,000. Yeah, it's not bad. You don't tell me what this 10% is though, do you? Bugger. Oh, I do know what it is. My brain just clicked. Alright, which state are we going with? Actually, oh, do we have Japan? No, we don't. Yes. Where? I'm going to give it to Georgia. And the license plate is going to be 2000 GT. Oh yeah. Do you think this counts, the license plates count for 10%? Geez, that would be a bit heavy, wouldn't it? Just the license plates. Oh, what did I just do there? I was confirming to come out of the menu. And, yeah, never mind. There you go, 100%. 10% just on the license plates. Alright. So now what's the car worth? Now look at the restoration bonus. Jeez, that's gone from 5,000 to 14,000. Just for putting license plates on. Huh? Zikes! I don't know why that would be. Alright, so, tuning. There is no custom gearbox installed. Damn it, I thought you were going to do it on the original gearbox. Anyway, there we go. That, guys, is, I'm not going to refer to it as a Sakura, that is a Toyota 2000 GT. A beautiful example of automotive engineering. Yep. What a sweet, sweet motor. And by the way, when we say motor over here, we're referring to the entire car, not just the engine. Motor being short for motor car. Yeah, anyway, so, yeah, it's all done and all dusted and ready to go. And she looks absolutely gorgeous. I want to spend a bit more time with her on the track, I think. But it's a shame that you don't get the, it's a shame you don't get the first gear. I'll have to put a custom gearbox in order to make it more zippy off the line. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to spend an extra $1,500 on a custom gearbox, though. Who's on the phone all? Good. Shelby Cobra. This is easy because you don't have to strip the whole thing down. It's just here for some repairs. Got the Dodge Challenger. There's always a Sakura Moon waiting. Is that because it's blue and it needs... I don't know what's happening. Repair with minimal parts condition 100%. Oh geez. That just means anything on the car that's not 100% replace. Got a Dodge Hellcat. Car is loud. It's a Dodge Challenger Hellcat. What do you... yeah. Never mind. DC Typhoon. That looks incredibly like the Shelby Cobra. Alright, so that is it, guys. That's it for this one. I guess we'll be looking at this one next before we visit another barn. No doubt there are liveries available for this because we've already tried some. So definitely, we can probably even remove that rear spoiler on the back. Put it back to a stock. No, I doubt we can change the interior to put it back to stock. I wouldn't have thought so. No way. So I guess we're gonna have to sell this old girl. She is gorgeous. Again, I love working on these old classic cars, and this one is an absolute beauty. She's got a little bit more horsepower than the standard, and that purple rusty mess that came in. Oh yeah. It's time to sell her, guys, so say goodbye. $88,000. Toyota 2000 GT, you are gorgeous. I hope you go to a good home. I don't want to. I hate it when I sell those cool cars. Right, you're next. So, get yourself moved over. Not there. There. Jesus, what a job this looks like it's gonna be. Oh my god, the whole thing is wrecked. Well, let's get started. See you on the next one. Bye for now.